Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will share a complete guide to Screaming Forest with several tips and tricks. Also, at the end of this video, I will share the names of the contest winners. By the way, don't bother about these guys, they are just here to say hi. So, let's begin with the most essential thing to go to Screaming Forest, which is off-road wheels. To install the wheels, you must unlock the wheel slot of your bicycle. If you have both the bicycles, I recommend to unlock the slot for Bicycle of Death first, as you can carry more stuff in it than the regular one. Note that more materials are required to unlock the slot for Bicycle of Death than the normal bicycle. So far, I have got one wheel from 4 Splinters box opening, so I'm guessing the drop rate is pretty high. With each wheel, you can go to Screaming Forest up to 10 times if you only use it while going there. And you always consume same wheel durability irrespective of the distance you cover. Which means it doesn't matter from where you start your travel towards Screaming Forest, the wheel is supposed to last for 10 rides. Before I talk about the items required to clear the zone, you need to know all the challenges in the zone and different situations you may face. Let's talk about the challenges first. The zone deals 350 poison damage per 5 seconds. So you need Biofilter. Biofilter effect duration lasts for 15 minutes. Predatory roots and enemies deal toxic poison damage, so you need Sorbent to block it. You can use Mongoose Injector if you don't have Sorbent. The zone has traps everywhere, but trap detector is not mandatory. Note that traps reappear when you go to global map and come back. To destroy a shrub, you need machete or any fire weapons, and to destroy forest children's idol, you need ranged fire weapons. To farm pine logs, granite and cast iron, you need hardened axe and hammer. Acid weapon is required as there are armored enemies. Take bicycle first aid kit or Heart of Carnifex so that you don't die if you get into a bad situation. Now let me tell you some very important information about the zone. The zone has 4 spawn points and you may spawn at any one of these. The zone is divided into 5 sections as you can see in this map. Each section is adjacent to 3 other sections and each path to other section is blocked with shrub. You need to know that if you destroy any shrubs to access the middle section of the zone, 2-3 enemies spawn. So if you want to fight less number of enemies, make sure to destroy the shrub only at one place and not all 4 places. But if you destroy the shrubs at all 4 places, you have a chance to get more forest tokens. So the choice is yours. I usually follow this strategy. Let's say if I spawn at the top section, I clear all the sections clockwise or anti-clockwise and then destroy the shrub adjacent to the spawn section to access the middle section directly by facing less number of enemies. Forest children are vulnerable to damage from deep wounds, but we only have legendary deep wounds in the game, so I mostly use regular uncommon weapons. Unlike other zones, all the enemies restores their HP back if you go to global map and come back before killing an enemy completely. If you haven't found all the messages from Bogdan, here is the location of all these nodes. Note that you may have to go to Screaming Forest several times to find a single node, and 4th node can be found by killing the forest warden who stays in the middle section. Now let's talk about the middle section of the zone. Like every other zone, you will face a mini boss at the middle section but I recommend to visit the middle section every time you go to Screaming Forest. With Guide's armor set on, Forest Warden can do 5k plus damage from his special attack, so be sure to avoid it at any cost. Also, you will find airdrop once in a day, and sometimes you may not find Bogdan's cabin in there. Now, once you find all the notes from Bogdan, you will find Forest Children's Idol in these 3 sections as shown in the map. And only after destroying these idols, you will be able to access the Forest Beast lair, which means killing the boss and burning these idols are optional. Note that after destroying each idol, 2-3 enemies will spawn. Also, if you stay more than 25 minutes in Screaming Forest, a gang of enemies will spawn with 1 or 2 Forest Wardens. Your character warns you with this message. They are pretty hard to kill without a legendary weapon, so always fight with them near the spawn point so that you can exit the zone if needed. Now you will need a lot of space to carry most of the stuff you get from Screaming Forest. With all these challenges kept in mind, you must know what items to take so that you don't waste any slot. There are several different situations according to which you need proper loadouts. So I'm gonna share some of those situations and the required loadout for it. Please note that these loadouts are dependent upon the progress of your skill system and consumables used. Also, I have mainly used uncommon weapons and armors. Situation 1. Just staying in the Screaming Forest for 15 minutes until the biofilter effect runs out and gather whatever you can. Considering you can clear up to 3 sections including the middle one without opening the airdrop. Situation 2. Staying less than 25 minutes and looting the airdrop. Considering you can clear up to 3 sections including the middle one and use legendary weapon to kill the airdrop bots. Situation number 3. Staying as long as it takes to clear the zone and looting the airdrop. Use legendary weapon to kill the group of enemies that comes after 25 minutes and airdrop bots. Here is the loot for clearing the whole zone. Also, do not take any items that you can easily get from other locations. Instead, bring back the fully used hardened axe and hammer to shelter for repair, as it costs a lot of materials to craft. Also, there are 2 more small tips for you guys. First one is, always keep 1 empty slot for carrying the off-road wheel if you are going to Ingrid after completing the Screaming Forest. Second one is, if you have a 15 slot backpack, keep it in your bicycle, craft a sack and fight enemies in the zone. Once the zone is clear, use the 15 slot backpack to carry the loot back to shelter. This way, you don't lose your backpack and you can delete the sack once its purpose is served. There are some more situations which includes killing the boss. I will share the same in my next video. Also, I will share a complete Screaming Forest gameplay in my future videos. Now, let's see who are the winners this time. This time, you guys chose descending order of the IDs, so let me sort the list that way. We have 143 participants this time, so here is the full list. Now, let me generate the numbers one by one. So here are the names of all 8 winners. Those who didn't win, please participate in the next contest so that you can win exciting prizes like this. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.